Everybody got stacked stuff? Yeah, yep.
Not everybody's signing.
I might.
I went into this whole thing last night on it.
Oh, they know.
Okay. No, yeah.
All right, kids, good morning. How's everybody doing? We okay, Aim? We're good? You okay?
Yeah.
Did I turn this on? Are we on? We're on.
Oh my God.
It was gonna happen.
Moral of the story, be nice to your title officer.
We're in. All right, kids. Hey, good morning, good morning. Lesson to be learned. Do not piss off your title officer. They will kill you. No, I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding. They would never do that, never. This was in Des Moines, Iowa, I guess a couple of years ago. So it is what it is, right? So I don't know the whole story, but I put some websites here. Shh, stay with me, guys. You guys should visit these websites regularly. They're all free. Some of them have services you can pay for. It's up to you to pay for them. But this is on a website called Inman that a lot of us go to every day. It has stuff about the business, about the industry, what's changing, and Mortgage News Daily, Real Estate News, and Facts.Realtor. But this was on Inman today, and hey, I thought you guys would enjoy that, you know? What the hell? One more thing. Hey. All right, kids. Over here are 4 cities. The amount of time the homeowner lives in their home. This is the percentage. The number of years, my apologies. Number of years in these cities that the typical homeowner lives in the house. So how long does a Las Vegas homeowner live in their house, according to Redfin?
7 years.
All right. How many think it's 9.2?
It's not normal.
No, absolutely not. We got to work for this here. So how many think 9.2? Who's 9.2?
For Vegas?
Vegas, you think? Okay. Give me another guess.
Orlando. I'm going 8.8 Vegas.
You think that's Vegas?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think LA is?
19.
So you think in LA is 19? Okay. What do you think Vegas is?
8.8.
How many 8.8? 8.8? 8.3?
8.3?
All right, 8.8 wins. Louisville?
19.
I'm going to mess this up. Louisville is that? In Orlando, you think that's what's left, right? We're wrong. Vegas is 8.3. And LA is 19. Louisville is 8.8. And Orlando is 9.2. So according to Redfin, that's how long people typically stay in their homes. What do we for years? What did we say the turnover typically was? Every what? 5 to 7 years. Right? Don't we say like every 7 years the typical person sells their home?
Everyone's great.
Times are changing here, right? Times are changing here, you know? So again, not to bore you with subscription to the Review Journal, lvrj.com, click business, click housing. They have some decent articles that you should be using to send to your database.
99 cents a year.
There you go, 99 cents a year. Oh boy, Dave, you can't beat it, okay? And if you go to business and housing, there's a bunch of articles over the last month or two that, like where was the other one here? Las Vegas has the high rate of accidental landlords. I don't know what that is. We'll find out later. But there's some decent articles in here under housing that you might want to access, send to your database. It's usually some pretty good stuff, okay? All right, kids, before we get to Scott, let me see if I can get this right. Slideshow, right? From the beginning. Okay, there we go. All right, kids. All right, so this is Scott. We'll meet Scott in a little bit. We were supposed to get, who was supposed to come?
Dallin.
Dalen and another girl.
Cora.
And they both bailed on the last minute, okay?
So you got me.
We got Scott, okay? And how about those?
That's all right with you.
He's a big Duke fan, in case you didn't know. You know? Yeah, just kidding. He's not a Duke fan, okay? One of those hated rivalries, for those of you that don't follow college basketball, Duke, North Carolina. Not good at all. Not good, okay? Next week is Mr. Morgan. He's going to go into some mortgage stuff, okay? We'll have him come up in a minute. Congrats again to Anna and to Lauren. Are they both here? Woo, woo, woo. Well, I saw Lauren. She's here. Anna had a good month, and she took the month off, so she's not here today. Okay, good for her. Birthdays, a lot of birthdays this month. Trying to think. No, okay, that's kind of covers that. And here's the anniversaries. Again, Rose has been here 17 years. Where's Maria? Maria comes to the meetings all the time, doesn't she? Everyone know Maria? She sits out front, glasses, very nice. She's been here 19 years. Who knew? I mean, crazy, crazy stuff. And I think there's like, where's Davidson? There's the 1 year anniversary for Joanne Davidson. Is she? Where is she? There she is. 1 year. Who knew? Right? Time flies when you're having fun, right? As I used to say. Here's some numbers, gang. This has gone down from the high 50s to 50. I still don't like saying 50 days on market. That seems like a lot. But it was ranging around 60 there for a little bit, okay? Just out of curiosity, are your buyers wanting to see new homes, or are they wanting to see resale, or both, or like, what are your buyers leaning towards? Those new?
I've got resale.
You got resale? Okay. I'm sure Scott's going to give us all the reasons that you should bring your buyers to the new homes in a minute, okay? Because of all the incentives and stuff like that. But we have almost 9,500 total homes for sale. Here's a quick stat. 9,544 is the total condos, single-family townhomes in active status. How many of that 9,500 are Realty One Group agents? 200, 500, 5,000? Somebody take a wild guess. How many of those 9,500 are Realty One Group agents? 1,300, I hear. 1,000, I hear. 1,200, I hear. 3,000, yes. Okay. Those of you had incredible answers. It's 1,100, give or take. So 1,000, 1,300, good stuff, guys. Very nice. Way to go, Rena. You know, if anyone has any concerns about LVR, go directly to Rena Levy. She's on the board of directors. Scream at her, yell at her, email her. She'll fix all your
Good
problems.
things are coming. Good, great things are coming. And show up April 2nd. We have the finance committee. Learn what we're doing with your money.
Okay.
Because we're a very strong association. Anyway, sorry.
We get it started, and she'll go on and on and on here, you know. But we're lucky to have Rena on the board. So it's she represents us, not just us, but all realtors. So good stuff, Rena. Thank you for doing that. Here's March of last year's numbers to give you an idea of where we are March of 26 compared to last year. Don't forget, anyone need post or CE this month? Anyone? No? No one's waiting to the last minute? You're lying. You're lying. You know, we all wait until the last minute, okay? But take advantage of it. It's free. Here's the Rev Up class for those of you that are new agents. Rev Up is tomorrow is number 6. Open houses. Green Valley with Jim. Yes, March 20th, right here. So we're midway through the 12 sessions. That's the QR code for the training calendar. Hopefully you guys are going there. Wendy and the other offices are adding stuff all the time. A lot of cool classes, okay? One good thing about Green Valley, I think, help me, they do sky slope classes, right? And we don't really do sky slope here. I don't know why. We should. But if you need a little sky slope thing, check their calendar, because they do a class maybe once or twice a month on sky slope, okay? Because you all need to know that. Who's joined the company in the last 90 days? 1, 2, come on, 3, 4, okay. All of you need to be on this call April 8th with Jeff. It's onboarding, it's on Zoom, it's about an hour and a half. You get to meet all the vendors, Heather, John, all of our home warranty gals, and you get the scoop on the company, okay? not just where the offices are, but how to get into them, how the key fob works, okay? I had a text message a couple weeks ago on a Saturday that an agent couldn't get in. I said, well, use your key fob. I don't have one. How come you don't have one? And crickets, okay? And they've been here for a while. It's not like they've been here for 2 weeks. They've been here for a while, okay? And they didn't get in. I mean, I was somewhere where I couldn't get here, okay? So get a key fob, please, okay? And what's the cutoff to get out of the office by?
Midnight.
Okay, okay. Some of you have been here after midnight. Swear to God. There's cameras everywhere, okay? So there's no reason to be here after midnight, okay? At least not that I can think of, okay? Because if you leave at 12:01, that alerts Metro. And Metro could be pulling up and arresting your ass, you know? I'm just saying, you
They
know?
set off the alarm at Southwest a couple weeks ago.
Did it?
Yeah. Little Pat Kelly up.
Exactly, yeah, yeah. So the good thing about the alarm, we used to get it here locally, like Suzanne would get it or me. Now they took it away from us. It goes to the corporate office. So the president of the company gets the 12:07 alert that one of you are here at midnight. I don't want to get that phone call from Pat Kelly. Tim, what are you dopey agents doing at 12:08 in the office? I don't know, Pat. Let me find out, okay? So just take it, you know, maybe the hours might change. They might make it 9 o'clock, make it earlier. So I don't know. They're talking about that. So I like midnight. I think you all like midnight, you know? But just don't abuse it. That's all I'm saying, okay? Wind Down Wednesday, successful one yesterday at Southwest, okay? Is ours next week?
It is.
It is, right? This is April's, so we're planning ahead, but ours is here next week, right? Okay. And again, we have 3 glorious home warranty gals, and we know who our favorite is. Today is our favorite. She brought a great breakfast. Oh yeah, see, Nora crashes. You know, they crash each other's meetings here. But ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Stacia Brain, everybody. Yay! Ask Suzanne about the.
Business to me.
Oh, you got a winner?
Why, but
Oh.
give it to Nora. I mean, right? Like,
pick one?
let's keep it in the family. So, good morning. I hope everybody's doing all well on this spring summer day.
What are we?
One of the things, what I wanted to talk about today was just kind of the life of a claim and how that works. So, in theory, in hopes, you have a listing. And you put seller's coverage on that listing because it is such a phenomenal
So who,
value add to your listing that can save your clients money. A quick story, because I always have a side story, right? So
You do.
On last Friday, I got a call from a homeowner who's also an agent, and they were selling their home, and they had seller's coverage on it. They've already moved, and their water heater was leaking when someone came to look at it, and it's closing on this past Tuesday. So we put in a claim, and it is, I mean, it's a basic plan. So it's not gonna cover permits, it's not covering code upgrades. They had $745 out of pocket, but for a $2,200 repair, if you call someone retail, they have a new water heater and it didn't take the transaction off track. So $745 is not, it's just not a little drop in the bucket, but it's a lot better than $2,200. And it's a lot better than having your transaction not close because all of a sudden somebody sees that they have a $2,200 cost that they have to take as a buyer potentially because the water heater's leaking. So you put your seller's coverage on. You get through your transaction and you convert it into a paid buyer's policy. And somebody moves in and it's hot already, so nobody has turned the AC down when they're moving all their stuff out, and nobody has turned the AC down while they're moving their stuff in, and the AC is working overtime in that move in and move out process. And they're there for a few days and the AC stops. They come home from, this is very common, they come home from work on a Friday evening and the AC stops working, so they call it a claim. Well, nobody's coming out on a Friday evening because they're already booked out for the day. So somebody comes out on a Saturday. And let's say they get out there in an early morning hour on a Saturday. They come out to diagnose the problem. Now, it could be something simple. It could be a breaker, it could be this little metal silver can that's called a run capacitor that runs the condensing unit. It could be a blower motor, it could be a cleaning issue that we don't cover, no home warranty covers cleaning. But they're diagnosing it. If it's a simple solution and they can go out and purchase the part, or they have the part on the truck, it can be fixed right then and there. In the summer months, Old Republic increases their, our service providers have a limit that they can do and complete without getting approval from us. But that's not necessarily a full AC system. Now, in Las Vegas and in Arizona, all of the warehouses, all the supply warehouses shut at 4 o'clock on Saturday, and they don't open again until, they shut at 4 o'clock weekdays. They shut at noon on Saturday, throughout the valley. They don't open again until Monday. So if, let's say it's a compressor that needs to be replaced, and they're sending in the diagnosis for us to authorize a replacement, and we have people in authorization on Saturday, but that authorization doesn't happen because, it turns it in at 11, and even if we approve it at noon, supply warehouse is already closed. So that person, it's not that we're not going to do their claim, but we don't create the product, we don't manufacture it, we don't house 18,000 different types of compressors throughout the valley in hidden storage units so that we can pull from inventory. So that person waits until Monday for somebody to go out and get that part, and if it's available, but it still has to go on a schedule to install. So it could be Monday, it could be a Tuesday, So keeping that in mind, we are a save your clients money, we are budget protection, but we aren't an emergency service. As a homeowner, people have responsibilities to keep themselves safe, comfortable, they have responsibility for maintenance. They can go and they can call somebody else and they can, and they might have the exact same scenario. If there's a part or a piece that's something that needs to be ordered from a supply house, they can pay retail and they still might have to wait until Monday because we can't guarantee that that part or that piece is within their inventory. We do offer a $75 option, which is portable lodging and emergency lodging and portable AC rental or reimbursement. $75, and has a $1,000 max, which means that if we come out and diagnose and we can't repair or replace within 24 hours, they don't have to pay a new trade call fee. If they have that coverage, they have up to $200 a night to a maximum of $1,000 for a hotel lodging, or they can go and purchase or rent a portable AC, and it's going to be $100 a day. So if it's out for 3 days, if you buy a $500, they buy a $500 portable AC, which I recommend over rental, just simply because keep it. But we're going to reimburse $300 if it's 4 days, but up to a max of $1,000. So that can keep someone a little more comfortable. I'm not saying that you're feeling the cold ice breeze throughout your entire home, but if you have a special needs person in your home, you're pregnant, you're senior, you have pets, you just are always hot like me and don't want to be hot, it can bring some relief, and it's $75. When I quit closing. So just as a reminder that there is a process. When someone comes out, it's to diagnose. If it can be repaired, it'll be repaired, but it sometimes takes longer than a day because they have a part, a piece, or something that needs to.
Okay, so the question was, like, what would be, let's say somebody comes in and you diagnose and they say it's gonna take 7 days until we get the part, which is that usually comes. Then how does that work, that? What's the process?
As far as
the homeowner submitting, like, yes, I need to be in a hotel, I can.
so it's a reimbursement. So as long as they have that coverage, they know they have that coverage, they can do what they want, with those funds. They submit a paid invoice to us. It has to be a paid invoice so that we know we're reimbursing somebody that actually spent money, and it takes 2 to 3 weeks for reimbursement. So, maximum of $1,000 per year. I mean, it's a renewable coverage, so max of $1,000.
And is it additional cost for the So this coverage, is
Yes.
it on additional cost?
Yes,
Is
it's
it
a
an
70,
option?
yes, it's a $75 option,
Okay,
so,
I missed that.
yeah, no, you're fine. So, and that, one thing I noticed last year, and I know with the A2L changes in AC systems, since they can't import parts and pieces, like they were allowed to before, that inventory is shrinking. We don't have an obsolete parts clause, which means that if it's not obsolete, we're still gonna, if it's just a compressor, we're still going to repair it instead of replacing it in most cases. If it's a 30-year-old AC, we're gonna look at that and say, hey, is it worth it for us to spend this much when we might have to spend more later on a replacement? But those parts can be backordered, and backorder doesn't mean obsolete. So it's just a really good safe catch sometimes for your clients, or if your clients are investors and have renters, so that they're not paying back people, you know, saying, hey, I'm not gonna pay rent this month, or you need to reimburse me this. It's just, you know, it's $75 that could be the best additional investment on top of the home warranty. So, that's just know that we don't manufacture, store, or house parts and pieces, so things can take a process, but reminding your clients that it's a diagnosis that they're coming out for. You think you have a stomach ache and you think you have the flu and you find out you have appendicitis. You know, I mean, they're diagnosing what it is, and then there is a plan of action from there. So, if you are working with someone that you like, trust, or have confidence in, I'd love the opportunity to sit with you and see if I could be part of you.
Quick question, is anyone not clear what seller's coverage is? Okay? You're gonna tell Senta how that
you want
works.
my little
Spiel,
that you've heard.
yeah.
So you walk into your favorite Mexican restaurant, you sit down, and they give you chips and salsa before you even order a meal. Seller's coverage is chips and salsa of a whole meal. You get a taste of it. It's not the full enchilada, and we don't include HVAC coverage within that. That's optional. So that's guac. Guac is extra. It's $70 collected at close of estimate. And then we hope that it turns into a paid buyer's policy. So it'll still protect the electrical, the plumbing, water heater, a built-in microwave, built-in stove, built-in dishwasher, but it has limits within there that are much lower than a paid buyer's policy, because you're not investing a lot of money in, but it helps. Our biggest claim during listing is dishwashers. People use it as storage or a pantry, and so when they start running it for inspections and things like that, it seizes up. Bless you. I didn't know who did it, but it seizes up, and if something fails during the listing from normal wear and tear, that's when that seller's coverage is, is beneficial. So garage door openers, the motor, and dishwashers tend to be, but dishwashers definitely the most. And our max on those covered appliances is $3,000. So, it will replace the dishwasher if we can't repair the motor or what have you. And it just gives a value add and a little bit of protection during the listing for things that might fail.
Is it $3,000 or for each
Per-
part? Per part?
Per appliance, but it's the stove, the dishwasher, it doesn't cover the washer, dryer, refrigerator. So, it's the built-in that would be required for a loan, so.
All right, we're good, kids?
This is my cell.
There she
I'm
is.
not on a recorded line, so if you have questions, give me a call. I'll be honest, I'll answer anything. Sometimes you won't hear what you want to hear, but it'll always be the truth.
Stacia, everybody. Woo-hoo! No, thank you. All right, kids. Oh, sure. The Caldwell Group is leaving. Sure. Way to go. Bye, Caldwell Group. Be like that, okay? Good job, How are things at Rock? Heather, give us an update. We have forms, you have new stuff to give out, or
Yeah, a couple things.
Heather, everybody. Yay!
I have these forms, these flyers here, this has all of our escrow officers, all the contact information, it's right there in the corner, so you might want to pick it up. Also on our website, the phone numbers and email addresses for our POs were not on there, so now they are as of yesterday. We did find out we had some phone issues, so I apologize if that's affected anyone in the room, but if you call directly to the EO, they should be able to pick up. If not, sometimes they could be in a signing, so email them and they'll make you their next call. Wire fraud. No one wants to get involved with that, right? So we always encourage anybody, if they get wire instructions from a title company, to still pick up the phone and verify that the wire instructions are the same ones that they received on the secure email. Because we do send it out securely, but as we know, the email may not come from us, it may come from a different scammer that impersonates a title company. So that can happen at any title company. So we always encourage this. I was having a conversation with an agent yesterday who did run into an issue with trying to call us, and that's why we went through all this, because that's how we were alerted. The client went to the bank to verify the wire instructions before they sent it, and they were a little frustrated because they didn't get anyone on the phone immediately. My 2 cents and how I explained it to him, really what you guys should be telling your clients, the wire instructions come out right away. They shouldn't wait till they get to the bank to call to verify the wire instructions. Print them out with the secure wire instructions, and from their home or wherever, call the EO, the escrow officer at that moment, and verify it then. And then maybe have them snap a picture on their phone or print it out and take that to the bank, so they're not at the bank waiting to verify the wire instructions. It just eliminates some of the stress that's involved. So that would be my little 2 cents on the wire instructions, because you really should call the office to verify them. So I have a bunch of other things I could talk about, but it's not my day to talk, so I'll save that for a different day. So if you guys need anything.
Hey there, everybody. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. All right, let's test. How's the rates there, big boy?
Oh, they're ugly.
Hey. Did the Federal Reserve just meet?
We all knew they weren't going to drop the rates.
Yeah.
Powell was not going to drop them on his way out. So nobody's surprised there, except for the market was surprised for some reason. So the rates bumped up a little over the last few days, but they're starting to rebound back. So again, don't watch these things day to day. You'll kill yourself. Okay. So wind down Wednesday next week. Okay. My team's growing. I brought someone new onto my team.
Ooh.
My son started.
Oh, here we go.
So he's onboarding. I'm going to put him through the fire. So Monday he's going to start calling and inviting you guys to wind down. So if you guys do not get a call or a voicemail from him, either Monday or Tuesday, I'll give him 2 days to get through the roster.
Yeah.
Let me know. So I can fire. Okay. And give him a hard time. Feel free to give him a hard time. So.
What's his
but
name?
Dustin. Yeah, so he'll be calling around.
I mean, all I know is Realty One Group, Rock Title Epic, the nepotism is through the roof, okay? That's all I'm saying here, guys. What do they call them, Nepo babies or something? Just saying here, But they've all worked out. I'm kidding around, but they've all worked out, yeah.
Right,
So.
he's obligated to stick around. He can't leave.
Right, you got him,
But get to wind down. Don't stress about the rates. They're going to come down. They've been trending down for 2 years. Just, one day to day. Someone goes under contract today. They're like, oh my gosh, the rates. But in 2 weeks, they're going to be down. So don't worry about that. Don't get stuck in those conversations. Don't be the middleman in finance answers and questions, okay? If your client keeps asking you, well, what did he say the rate was? What did he say the closing cost was? Don't get into answering those, because even if I put out a number and you just re-say that number and that number changed, they're gonna be like, well, you said it. But then you're going to say, well, he said it. And then it's just a mess. So just tell them to contact me, and I'll give the answer. So, all right?
John Morgan, everybody. Hey. All right, Sharon was here, but you guys have been good with Sharon. Thank God, Good job, Sharon. How we doing, Wen? Share some words of wisdom from Wendy.
So once again, guys, my office hours, I hate to keep talking about it, but 10:45 on a Sunday night, not acceptable. 6:15 on a Sunday morning, not acceptable. We work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Tim and I are here. We can help you with anything that you need, but 8 to 5 in the office, we actually keep our cell phones on until 6 o'clock, and after 6 o'clock, it's email only. I still do emails 10, 11 o'clock at night, but I cannot have my phone ringing 24 hours a day. I just cannot do it. Saturdays and Sundays, 9 to 4, and after 4 o'clock, it's email only. I still work on the weekends. It's just email after 4 o'clock. And don't be mad if I don't pick up. If you call me at 10 a.m. on a Sunday, it's my scheduled day off, but I'm willing to work. But if I don't get back to you till 1 o'clock, don't be upset at me, because I still deserve a day off. I just have to put it out there, guys.
Really?
When
Really?
I'm on vacation is the worst time, because I will send out emails. I will let you guys know. I put it on Facebook. and you guys are still, it's like you all go, okay, she's on vacation, let's call her. I can't answer, because most of the time when I go on vacation, I'm camping or something where I have no service, so now I'm running down the mountain trying to, because I still will help you guys, but I do need a little bit of time off, so just keep in mind what the hours are, and if you have a question or something, just email. When in doubt, just email, and I will get back to you, right? So, that's office hours. I'm having a big problem with after Thursday meetings. I will get 15 people that will line up to talk to me, but I've already scheduled my day out. I'm more than happy to answer your questions. So if you guys know you're coming to a Thursday meeting, just text me the day before or whatever and say, hey, do you have some time on Thursday after the meeting? I'll be in the office. But I can't have a line of people because the people that do have the appointments are like, do I still get my appointment? So just make time, just text me and I will fit you in. I'm here all day. I don't leave, most of the time I don't even leave for lunch. So I'm here for you guys and I will schedule that in for you. But you just gotta work with me and don't bombard us after the meeting. And then you don't need to show up to the office every time you have a question. You can call, text, or email, but everybody's flying in. I have a quick question. Don't drive all the way down here. Really, it's just call, text, or email. Because most of the time, your questions can be answered through a call, text, or email. You don't have to show up for it, right? And then please do not text me asking to send you guys something. Hey, can you send me this? All the stuff I need to send you is on my computer. So just email me, can you send me this, and I will send you an email right back. But now it's on here, and it's usually over the weekend, I can't get back to you until Monday, and then I forget, and then, so just send it in an email. Can you send me this? Can you send me that? And I'm more than happy to do that. Which is my number one thing you guys asked me to send. So I put a few of these copies out, you'll see them on there. It's a document storage and transaction fee. I'll get a text, hey, can you tell me how much I need to put in my PBRA? Like it's here, guys, it's all printed out. And then the next question is, what's Mark Otero's license number and expiration? It's on the top of this sheet. So all of this is here, so if you need a copy, there's some floating around, they're in Sharon's office, you can email me, I'll send it to you, but you're calling and texting me, asking me specific numbers, and I'm like, now I'm having to look, you guys should all have this. This is required for every transaction that you do, so you guys should know it. You don't have to memorize it, but take a picture of it, put it on your phone. Just like Mark Otero's license number, take a picture of it, put it on your phone. That way when you're filling any documents out, you guys have it, and you don't have to keep asking these basic questions. But other than that, I'm always here for you guys. I know it doesn't sound like it, but I am. I am here for you. It's just, you just have to be kind of understanding that there's only one of me and like almost 500 of you. So.
Randy, we love you.
Yay! I think what she's trying to say, gang, in a nice way, is just use a little common sense. You don't show up at the Kia dealership in your car and ask them to service it. No, you gotta make an appointment, okay? Or anything like that. So, if anything, I think we're the best two brokers in the city when it comes to responding to you guys. Okay? I mean, our doors are always open. Wendy says don't text her after 6. Text me if it's that important. I'll respond back to you. But it's better be important. It can't be, hey Tim, what's the fee? For an $800,000 purchase. You should know that kind of stuff. So just use a little common sense. And usually when you guys are reaching out to us late at night, you think it's life and death, but it's not life and death. It's 8:30 at night, 8:30 in the morning. It's the same thing. Nothing's going to happen at 8:30 at night that can't happen at first thing in the morning. So kind of keep that in mind, okay? All right, kids. One thing I don't understand: there's 32 of you here, but only 13 of you put your name on the sheet. I don't understand. Pick a number from 1 to 13.
I got one.
Shout that baby out. The one I told you. Remember the number I told you? No.
1 to 13.
12. Wendy has the winner. Here, throw this on your so Facebook can hear you.
Nilo? Okay.
There we go. Woo, Nilo. Yay! But he doesn't work in our office. Should we still give it to him? There you go. Yes. All right, gang. As you know, we only have 4 or 5 builders come in out of the. I don't know how many builders are in the county. There's a lot. There's 80 of them, 90 of them. We only have 4 or 5. And honestly, I think Toll Brothers is at the top of the list. Okay, they're always responsive. They pay 7-8% bananas to us. On our deals. But everybody say hello to Scott. Scott, baby.
much for having me. Of course, as he said, I'm with Toll Brothers. We thank you guys always for your business. Agents is a big, big avenue stream for us to do business, of course. I came from your world, so again, maybe I appreciate your business even more than some of the others. But yeah, thank you. With all that said, obviously I'm wearing my March Madness gear. I mean, it's not just about the basketball tournament, even though it is, kind of. But it's also about kind of kick off for the summer selling season. When I was in your guys' world, March Madness was kind of March Madness going into tax season, and then it's summer, and then it's go. So if we're not prepping and getting things going now, we're going to be kind of behind the 8 ball when we do get into the summer selling season. So as you guys are watching basketball, kind of get those clients on the back of your mind that you're ready to kind of tip off the game with and throw the ball in and get them off the bench and get them playing. This is the time to get going. Also too, with new builds, it's obviously a little bit further out than normal general resale. So for new builds, if you are looking into the summer with our quick move-ins, sometimes it does take 3 to 6 months to get into the homes. So start planning that ahead. Start using those incentives that we have before they start dropping interest rates. As the lender was saying, as they drop interest rates, we will start dropping incentives. So what people can do is lock in now and then wait for those to kind of come down with it and kind of keep that full incentive as the rates come down as well. So it's kind of a double whammy. As the handouts that I provided here, one of the first ones here is the community map of the Las Vegas Valley. I like to start with everything that we're doing around town. So this is everything that we are doing in a kind of a macro level around the Las Vegas Valley. So a couple of good reference points for this is our online sales team. There's a phone number down here at the bottom. You can call them. They're going to have a good overview of everything that we're doing, as opposed to me, who's just stuck at my community. These here, they'll help you out with everything. We are going to be starting a new community up here in the Northwest, Crestwood Ranch, that's going to be having half-acre lots, single-story, RV, garages, things like that. Super cool. People are always looking for half-acre lots and space in Las Vegas. There is no more space. That's why you're seeing in Summerlin, we're all building up now. 3-story homes, 3-story townhomes, things like that. Up in the Northwest, there's going to be about 19 to 20 homes, I want to say 22 homes. So it's very exclusive. And they're in kind of little pocket communities of about 9 to 10 homes. So really quite exclusive, quite nice. Again, large half-acre lots. Also, too, another thing to keep in mind, I know we're on the other side of the moon from here, but Boulder City. We're going to be doing a community out in Boulder City that's going to be on the golf course out there. I know they do not usually allow a lot of new builds out in Boulder City, so this is a unique opportunity to kind of get a new build way out there. Those are going to have boat parking, RV garages, things like that as well, for people that like to access the lake. I believe there is going to be a 1-story collection as well, yes. There's going to be 3 to 5 different collections I want to say out there. So yeah, quite a bit of new action going on out there. So that's the kind of just a general overview. And then my communities here in town and what's kind of closest for you guys that I would like to review is Ravencrest and Cordillera. They're 3-story townhomes. Ravencrest does have some rooftop deck options and elevator options. Some of them can have some fabulous views of the strip. Especially from the rooftop decks. Again, I never like to kind of sell or guarantee on views, but when you're looking over a 2-story and we're on the 4th floor, I think I can kind of guarantee a view on some of them. But for the Cordillera option, we're about 1,800 to 2,200 square feet, so that's going to be our lower size townhomes. Those do not have rooftop decks, so those will be a lower price pointed. And then the Ravencrest community will have the rooftop decks. Those go from 2,300 to 26, and they do have an elevator option as well. So those can get quite fancy and quite unique and quite luxurious. Those are also both right there around the right there around that urban corridor that they're building there in Summerlin. So right now there's the urban part, there's all the housing part, and they're building the urban part now. That's right there in that urban corridor part.
Question, yes. I noticed that a lot of your, at least 4 or 5 communities are on Summerlin West. Can you tell us just a little bit about what's going on in Summerlin West?
In the Summerlin West communities? Yeah. So we can go kind of right down this list here, I guess. Number 1, Miravilla. That's a condo community. There's only about 5 of those left. Those are quite unique. They're over by Tivoli Village. Elevators open up right inside the home sites. They're about $1 million. We do have a penthouse that's 3,700 square feet. It's about $2 million. Going down again, Summerlin West, I guess. 8 Glen Rock. That's a unique product. They do have some walkout basements in Glen Rock. Very unique for the desert. Of course, not many folks ever see basements in the desert. So that's kind of cool. It obviously is going up the hill in order for us to do the walkout basements. They also have options to do a pop top. So you can get a little bit of everything for your demographic of your buyers. First floor, main living, primary. Second floor, you can have pop top, you can have rooftops, you can have single story, you can have almost everything out there. Those are quite unique. 6 and 8, I believe I talked about those right here. That's our 5 and 6. And then 3 is Ascension. That's our fanciest. Theirs are about $2 million to 3. Super fancy down over here by the old cliffs, going up towards the ridges. And then we have the Lawton, which is a brand new kind of pocket townhome micro condo community. They're about 900 square feet to 1,200. Very unique for Toll Brothers. It's kind of second homes, kind of business owners that come in just for work, executives, things like that. They're about 900 to 1,200 square feet.
Right over here, right?
Right on the other side of Charleston. Right on the other side.
Number 4.
Lawton.
Four?
Number 4.
Lawton.
How much do they cost or square footage?
How much?
Cost-wise, they're gonna start in the 500s, I believe.
Do you have for the backyard, do you have a time frame on when they have to be complete?
On those, I would ask the community team over there. I'm just not sure exactly on each community. for
What
that.
about standing
It's gonna be an
inventory?
HOA
Is
rule.
the part-
Standing inventory for,
Any of these?
standing inventory is gonna be resale to y'all, or what do you, the ones that we do?
Yes.
So my understanding is, at least when I was with my HOA up in Sky Canyon, that was a 6-month, they have to have the backyard done. I've been with townhomes now for about 8, and there's no backyards, they don't have to drain it.
Right.
So from us, they don't.
Those townhomes are condos.
These
Number
here,
4, yeah.
4 is condos. They're like 900
They're
to 1,200
okay.
square foot condos.
So,
But they're not attached though. So they're kind
Just
of
financing in the future litigation.
Yeah, more so about condos.
Yeah.
Do you know behind the Accession, that community, they already start digging like and making lots
I don't
inside
know-
the mountain?
I don't
You
know what
that's
that
Toll
is going
Brothers?
to be over there as of yet. I don't
Is
know.
it Toll Brothers, something
We
like
do
that?
have some more stuff coming up in there, but I don't like diving into that because that's a community planning
Yeah.
thing. Lots can change.
Yeah.
6 months from now, there's something else. So I don't really know what's coming over there. That's all a community planning thing. So I don't have very much knowledge on that.
Scott, question. So you're in Cordillera and Raven Crest.
Correct.
So I bring my buyer there. For some reason, it's not. They don't like it.
It's not a match. Correct.
So I call Jen at the bottom,
Yep. you can
That's
use
what I'm
this phone-
calling,
Yep. You
right?
can use that phone number down there, and
and she tells me about something else.
Yep.
And then and I'm kicking you to the curb.
You're kicking me to the curb.
No kidding.
I am only at Raven Crest.
That's it,
and
right?
Cordillera.
Ah,
That's
okay.
correct. So that's why
Ah.
I don't know some of the answers to that.
Got it.
That's why I don't know some of the answers to the condo stuff. I am just at Cordillera.
Those two, right? Got it.
Those are Raven Crest.
So the Raven Crest, we are finishing up around 800 to the 890 range if it's got the rooftop deck. If it does not have the rooftop deck, it can be more in D7.
But you have the model homes available?
We do,
And
yes.
are we able to key in on a Sunday at 8 o'clock at night or no?
No.
No.
No, not the, like the usual stuff, no. Just with us, you have to come see me. And my partner, who didn't show up.
Any, both of them, neither of them. There's two of them coming. There was two of
I didn't hear
them.
that.
What about incentives? We use your lender, we get a point or
Yep,
two or
so
three?
Yep. Incentives
for-
are gonna vary based off that community again,
Right.
so again, reach out to the community, but yes, right now, currently, at least at my community, we're doing like a 3% closing cost credit that you can use with Toll Brothers Mortgage to do an interest rate buy down and or cover closing costs. Most people are doing a little bit of combination of the two. Most folks are doing whatever they can do with the interest rate buy down first, and then whatever's left over covering the closing costs. If you think obviously the market's gonna drop, cover your closing costs first and just do a small and then refi, but most people are doing the buy down. And then also we have a design studio credit as well. So you can also go out to the design studio, pick out some of the selections, and then we're gonna take those right off the cost.
Okay.
It's just a straight design studio credit on that, that's nice.
Compensation, agents.
Agents, 2.5 of base for my community, 2.5 of base.
Okay. We've heard worse.
2.5 of base. And again, those are gonna vary based off the community. So again, that's this number, as he was saying down here at the bottom, is a very good overview. They've got a good overview of everything. They're our online sales team. So they cover all, they kind of have a good overview of all of them.
Which is closer to us, Ravencrest or Cordillera? To this office?
Closer right now to us is Cordillera.
Okay.
And a little easier to get to with all the one-ways that are going on currently with all that construction over that urban corridor. Yes.
Would you be open to inviting us there for a breakfast, for a morning thing, and take a tour of the joint? Do you guys do any of
Yeah,
that?
this would be great because that's going to be Cora over there. So since she didn't show up today, I was
No.
going to go with Cora. See how that works?
Good move, good move. Okay.
So yes, definitely.
Sometimes the builder will invite us over, take a little tour of the place, get a better feel
Yep,
for it.
we can
Oh,
definitely
you can do that?
We can
Okay.
do that, send you through the models, have a little
Right.
saying bagels or something ready for you guys
Right.
to tour those models.
Nothing crazy.
And Raven Crest is literally a mile down the road. So after you guys got done there, if some of the crew wanted to kind of come on out,
Right.
it's literally right next door.
Is it good? Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yes, I'll grab a card on the way out. And
Yes.
Oh, no, I got your emails and
Yeah. You got all our stuff, and Suzanne knows how to find you guys. So, anything else for Scott? We're good? Toll Brothers? All righty, gang. There you go. Woo-hoo! Woo-hoo!
Good luck on your brackets. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, Scott. All right, guys, we might finish up early today, which is a welcome thing, but I want to show you guys something here real quick. All of you are using some sort of AI, correct? Right? ChatGPT, Gemini, or something, right? Okay. Let me show you what I have used it for, and this is like the minimal thing you should use it for, okay? But I put in here, I opened up my ChatGPT. Hey, Jersey, here is my client's home inspection report. That's the name of my ChatGPT. We're very close, okay? What issues would concern me if I was the buyer? And then I'm going to hit the little plus button here, and I am going to attempt to find the home inspection report, which I think is on the desktop, right here. And this was, in case you guys don't remember, this was the 170-page home inspection report. Never seen one like this in my life. Really, 170 pages, you know? And honestly, I didn't want to read it. I mean, I read it the best I could. Thank God Wendy was helping me with the deal. We worked on it together. But this is what I did. I hit the little button. And actually what I put in here, buyer, what are the top 5 major issues? Let's do it that way, so I don't get a laundry list of 18 things. So it puts it in here, and let's see how long it takes. All right, Tim, this is exactly how I break this down if I'm protecting my buyer and negotiating hard. I went through the report, especially the realtor summary and major systems, and here are the top 5 issues that actually matter, not the cosmetic noise. And it gives me these 5. And this is the coolest thing. Now, did we send it to our seller? This? No. No. We sent him the inspection report, okay? But I did tell him, I said, Phil, just so you know, we ran it through our AI system. Like our Realty One has a special AI system. You know, it's kind of the way I made it sound, okay? And it came up with some ideas, okay? And then on the phone, I had this conversation with him, okay? But my point is, gang, this is gonna make your life so much easier, especially when it comes to home inspection reports, on giving your advice to the buyer when we don't want you giving your advice to the buyer, right? We got to stay in our lane, okay? But this is just one of the things that you could use it for, okay? What are you guys using it for besides something like this? Emails? What's everything? Listing what? What do you mean a listing?
We do flyers, we do campaigns on the CRM.
Okay.
Like, buyer campaigns, seller campaigns, we do our newsletter and that, we do everything.
Gotcha, okay. I mean, whenever you could take an AI class, gang, I think you should take one, okay? Because this stuff is, a year ago, when I started using ChatGPT compared to now, it's amazing how much it's changed, okay? And it's still free, or you can spend the $20 a month. I would spend the $20 a month if I was you. It's worth the $20.
Can I add something to it?
Please.
I'll stand up. if that's
You
okay.
can. Come on down.
Because this is, I don't know what you guys do at 11:30 at night, but this is what I do. I play with ChatGPT. So you guys saw my St. Patty's Day post here. So did anyone see that Ryan Sherhart? Do you guys follow him, the real estate agent? Okay, so yes, he made a post about how AI or ChatGPT almost cost him $50 million. So I posted that on my personal page. I also shared it on the Summerlin page. But what happened was his seller said, is $50 million enough for this property? And ChatGPT basically said, no, it's not enough because your property is valued at this much. And then the buyer said, is it really worth $50 million or should I be getting it for less? So ChatGPT said, you should be getting it for less, and justified all these reasons to get it for less. So your buyers are gonna start doing that if they're not already doing that, and your sellers. And I did that with Judy's property. She has an open house today, or broker open, excuse me. I put her address in and I asked it the same questions. can you justify if this property is really worth $849? And it gave me all the statistics, and you can see it's scanning Zillow and Redfin. It did not have access to MLS yet, anyhow, but it scanned all the different websites, gave tons of comps, justification per square footage, all that stuff. And so you can justify that price easily. But then I asked the other question, is it really worth $849, or what are the reasons I could get it for less money? And it gave me all the reasons why I can get it for less money, and it pulled comps, and it's a great source depending on which side you're on, because it's always gonna try to please you. So you have to be careful how you ask those questions, but your buyers and sellers are gonna start doing that. So all sorts of information, and it scours the internet and provides you all this information. So if you are trying to get a property for less, it'll justify it for you. If you're trying to get it for more, it'll justify it for you too. So use that. So those are my 2 cents. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I went to the John Ferry seminar that he had last week, and he talked mostly about AI. Most of the stuff that he did was about AI, but he said that we need to be very careful because just like Heather said, AI is there to please you and to tell you how wonderful you are and how everything you do is great and whatever you ask. And he gave a little example that he said, he asked ChatGPT, he says, I live he said like a quarter mile from the car wash. And you know that I exercise, blah, blah, blah. He says, shall I drive to the car wash or shall I walk to the car wash? So the ChatGPT answered, oh, you should walk to the car wash because it's only quarter mile because you get some exercise and then wash the car and then drive back to your house. So, and then also he was talking that when you ask questions, like it's gonna give you all those, you can get your CMA with ChatGPT, but you need to be really careful because it doesn't see the human factor. So it's not inside of the house. It doesn't see how it looks. It doesn't see, if they did updates or they didn't do updates, the location. There's a lot of things. So it says, to use ChatGPT with a little bit of caution, especially when we're asking it specific things. And just like you showed about the inspection, he also said, a lot of people put it there, but then ChatGPT spits out like 3,000 things that you need to do and why you need to do them. So his biggest thing was you need to use it. There's a lot of different ones to use them. There's a lot of different for different purposes, but to be very cautious because it cannot do what we can do. It cannot see what we see. It cannot negotiate really for us, and it cannot understand the human psyche as well.
It's not always right either.
Yeah.
I find that 50% of the time, and I use ChatGPT at least 10 times a day for business, it's wrong. I have to correct it. Some of the things I know in advance, I always double check with Perplexity as well. And 50% of the time, ChatGPT is wrong.
So I had an issue with a client right now because I sent them a report and it says that the one from the review journal, and then it says that the market is moving towards a buyer's market. And they asked ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT told them, well, not really, but yes, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then they were arguing with me, and I'm like, I said,
They're covering their butts. They don't want to say
information.
Yeah, I mean, remember 20 years ago, you turned on the news and they would report the news, right? Now you turn on the news and it's an opinion. CNN has an opinion, Fox has an opinion. There's no more just reporting the news and us making up our minds. So I think this is the same way. If I put in here, hey, Jersey, I represent the seller, and I think this is a really clean inspection report. Is there anything in here my seller should worry about? It might be a totally different answer. But here I asked the buyer. I said, I'm the buyer. What should the buyer be worried about? So I guess it's called the prompt. The prompt or the question that you ask it is really the key. Okay? If you're asking it really, that's why I put in there, give me 5 things. If I didn't put in those 5 things, it would have given me 55 things wrong with the house. And that's what I don't want, So the better you could narrow down that prompt or the question, I think you're going to get a better answer, okay?
I'll add one more thing, actually. I was at the same Hunter seminar. The scariest thing that I got out of that is a lot of people are using AI, a lot of selling buyers. They're asking for recommendation on real estate agent for the area they're looking for. So So if we don't have specific, I don't know, verbiage, some presence, basically, in the format that the AI reads, basically, it's gonna recommend agents who are just making, know how to manipulate AI. So something to really watch out for.
And I don't want to admit this, if I did the homework, 3/4 of you would be embarrassed. You don't have your Realty One Group profile filled out. You don't even have your Zillow profile filled out or your Homes.com profile filled out. These are all free, okay? You need to do those things, gang. People are going to Google you, and that's what's going to pop up, okay? You don't want to pop up, anything non-realtor related. You want it to be real estate related. Station, wait.
Do we still have brokerages out here like the help themselves? I mean, I don't have any in my territory, so that's why I'm asking, because I just read an article the other day, and I posted it. A man in Florida used ChatGPT to sell his Florida.
That's right. I didn't see the whole story, but I heard that too. Yeah.
And so I'll share it with you so that you can, and he was able to, there must be a company like that because he was able he didn't say the price, but he was able to have it listed on MLS. I'm not saying I recommend it. I think people should stay in their lane.
Yeah.
I think there's a reason why we have people that have this certification and this license and what have you, and that's why y'all can't give legal advice and, whatnot, because it's important to keep yourself out of litigation. But I think that there's gonna be people out there that absolutely are going to try it, and I think that it's good to be able to be prepared to, when you're cold calling or door knocking or whatever, or seeing this, that you might be like, so hey, I'm prepared for, the other stuff.
Yeah, I got you. Haya, did you have something?
Yes, I would actually wanted to ask you something because you were talking about the Zillow profile. I had a really old Zillow profile that we couldn't change because it went to a brokerage that I had 15 years ago. And we couldn't do anything about it. Does anybody have a number that you can contact Zillow? Because we tried for 6 months, emailed them, called them, try to get it changed. We had to create, I have a brand new Zillow profile because that was the only way, and we had to use a different, everything different because it wouldn't allow us to do it. So I don't know if anybody has any information to get to Zillow to delete a profile.
It's like calling Apple customer service,
We did.
Yeah. But those profiles, gang, are really, really important. They really are. If you're not filling them out, okay.
But some of them you can't even change them or update them if you don't have.
And when you close a deal, if you're not going into Zillow and claiming that house, so you get credit for it, okay. Because again, if you go to Zillow, you pull up profiles. This guy sold 80 homes. This team has sold 5,000 homes. That's important, okay. I mean, if you pull up my profile, I think on the first thing it tells you how many career sales I've had. And I haven't sold a home in 6 years. Like Wendy, we haven't really sold homes in a long time. But stay with me, Carol. Carol, stay with me, please, okay? You want to make sure that's on there, again, because that's how these, a lot of these clients are going to decide whether to use you or somebody else. Right, Steph?
Yeah. I have a very bad memory of names, so sometimes I go on the Realty One profile to look up agents. Like, that was her name. There's a lot of profiles in there where nobody has a photo anymore. Just put your photo in, guys.
Please put your photo out.
Yeah, it's not that hard. And again, don't get me wrong. Our industry has a lot of part-time agents. So it is what it is, okay? But if you're going to make this a career and try to make some money, you need to have all these things filled out. It's to your benefit to do so, okay? You're out of here, California?
Can I make a comment about my broker open? You guys are all welcome to come. It's 3 to 5. I put it on the closed Facebook page, but warning, my clients do have cameras and audio. Behave, but yeah, come and have fun. It's a beautiful home. It's on the golf course. It's got a pool. But I'd like to have you guys. Heather and Nora was here, but Nora and John will be there. I'll be there. Tim will be there. So come.
All right, gang. Anybody have anything?
I'm doing a gift.
Another listing you want to talk about? Or a $1 million cash buyer? No? We all wish? All right, gang. Thanks for doing this. See you soon. Bye-bye. Get out. What am I doing here?